Hello, welcome to Quantum Online Academy. This is your Dr. Nagaraju Pendam. We are discussing in this course, this is a general science physics course. This is very important. All the competitive exam, whatever it may be, you have to write the UPSC exams and group 1, group 2, group 3, or otherwise you have to write the DSC content of the physics also it is useful. That much of information I am giving to you. This is purely English medium only. I am not using any Telugu, right? So remember in your mind, it is purely English medium. Physics, general science content I am teaching to you. If you really likes my teaching, if you are understand my language, you have to choose this course. This course is very useful to you because I segregated all the books and I saw all the old questions. I am covering all the things in this course. It will be benefited in all the aspects in your competitive examination. Clear? Right? So now we have to discuss about, already this information I gave you in YouTube also, in our Quantum Online Academy YouTube channel. That is the introduction of general science. In introduction of general science, two things I told there. First, content. What is the content is there? Which syllabus we have to read? That is very important. Next, second one is, once we know the content, from where we have to study? That is also second question. Which teacher will teach nicely all these aspects? That is also second important question. Clear? First we have to see the content, right? General science physics content. What is the general science physics content? That is very important. The first one. Next, I am teaching about what is physics. If we are learning about the physics without knowing the knowledge of the word of the physics, how we have to enter into the physics, that is also difficult. So that's why first we have to know what is physics. Later, what is the first unit in that content? Our universe is the first unit. I am starting with our universe. Clear? Right? This is our Quantum Online Academy app is there in your Android mobile phone. This app symbol will be like this, Quantum Online Academy app. From that app, this course will be available. You have to purchase this course. You will get a good score. At least whatever the physics questions will cover, all the questions I am covering in this course, it will be more useful with very less fees only, right? I am a Dr. Nagaraju Pendam. I completed my PhD in 2017. I worked in CSIR laboratory as a research scholar, right? Now I am working in Telangana Mahila Vishwavidyalayam as a faculty of physics in the physics department. I am giving this information very useful to you. What is the content? Once you have to see, that content is the first, I segregated in 10 parts. These 10 units I will finish within the short time only. The first unit is our universe. The first unit is our universe. In the universe, we are talking about the planets. We are talking about the comets. We are talking about the stars. Everything we are talking. Clear? Whatever the thing we know, all the things we are talking in this video, our universe, right? Next, mechanics. Mechanics is two types of mechanics is there. One is kinematics, another one is the dynamics. Two varieties of the mechanics we have to discuss here. The third one is waves. How the sound waves is there, how the light waves will there, those things we have to discuss here. The fourth one is heat and temperature. This is very, very important unit, heat and temperature. The fifth one is light. Light is a very essential in our life. Without light, we cannot exist. So that's why light is very, very important. Sixth one is the electricity. The seventh one is a magnetism. And eighth one is the liquids. Ninth one is modern physics. And 10th one is the electronics. How many parts I segregated? Total 10 parts. The first unit is our universe. The first unit I segregated like that, our universe. With our universe I will start. Clear? Next, the second unit is a mechanics. Second unit is the mechanics. The third unit is waves and sound. The fourth unit is heat and temperature. The fifth unit is light. The fifth unit is light. The sixth unit is electricity. The seventh unit is magnetism. And the eighth unit is liquids. Ninth unit is modern physics. Ninth unit is modern physics. 10th unit is electronics. Which unit? 10th unit is the electronics. In that electronics, we are discussing about the semiconducting material and metals. How many varieties of the semiconducting materials are there? Where we are using those semiconducting material? How we have to form the junction diode? All the things we have to discuss there in electronics. In modern physics, we are discussing about the proton, electron, neutron, all the fundamental particles and de Broglie wavelength, those things we have to discuss. In the liquids, Bernoulli's principle, how Bernoulli principle will work, those things we are learning. In magnetism, this is very, very interesting and essential topic in the magnetism. In the magnetism, Einstein laws, Ampere laws, those things we are learning. In electricity, Faraday's laws, those laws we are learning. In the light, that is a essential phenomena. In the light laws we have to learn, law of reflection, law of refraction, though what is the refractivity, all the things we have to learn here. In heat and temperature, that is very, very important. Without heat, we are not living here. So without waves also, we are not listening the sound. That is also very, very important. All the 10 topics are important. These 10 topics, I will cover each and every point in all the things, right? Once we have to see, what is the physics? Physics is the study of one scientific branch. Physics is the study of science. It is nothing but it is a branch of science. Physics is a branch of science. Branch of science. Physics is nothing but it is a branch of science. Physics, what is the physics? Physics is a branch of science. It deals with two things, which deals with how many things? Which deals with two things, right? One is energy, another one is matter. One is energy, another one is matter. What is physics? Very simple. Physics is a branch of science. Among all the sciences, physics is one science. Suppose you have to take a biological science, it can reflect about the biological issues. If you have to take a botany, it can reflect about the botanical things. If you have to take a engineering, it will reflect about the engineering technical things. If you have to take a robotics, it will reflect about the electronic animations. Same way, physics, what is physics? Physics is a branch of science. Physics is a branch of science. It deals with two things. One is a matter, another one is the energy. One is matter, another one is the energy. What is the energy, matter? First we have to learn about the matter. What is matter? A assembly of millions of particles, we call it as a matter. Assembly of millions of particles, we call it as a matter. We are adding the group of particle, assembly of millions of particles, we call it as a matter. There, matter, how many states it should exist? It exists 3 states, namely solids, liquids and gases. In the universe, 3 states are there. It exists 3 states. One is a solid, another one is a liquid, another one is the gases. But nowadays, the 4th state also we are considering. That state we call it as a plasma state. Which state it is? Plasma state. 4th state we call it as a plasma state. Plasma is the 4th state of the matter which exists at high temperature and pressure. Where it exists plasma? Plasma will exist at high temperature and pressure. High temperature and pressure. Where are there high temperature and pressure? High temperature or pressure are there. It is observed in the surface of the stars. Surface of the star means sun is one star, and stars. At the center of the earth also plasma will be there. If you have to keep on go on increasing inner side of the earth, the temperature and pressure is increases. At the center of the earth also plasma is there. This is the matter, right? Entire the physics, it deals with 2 things. Physics is a branch of science which deals with 2 things. One is the matter, another one is the energy. What is the matter? A assembly of a millions of particles. A assembly of millions of particles is called the matter. A assembly of millions of particles we are calling as a matter. Matter can exist 3 states. One is the gaseous, another one is the solid, another one is the liquid. At the present scenario, the 4th state also we are considering. That state is a plasma state. This is the 4th state of the matter which exists at high temperatures and pressure. This 4th state of the matter is plasma. The plasma is exist at high temperature and pressure. Where are there these high temperatures? These high temperatures are there at the surroundings of the sun and the surroundings of the stars and the center of the earth. This is the brief information about the matter. Now I am coming into the energy. What is the energy? The capability or capacity to do some work, we call it as a energy. What is the energy? The capacity to do some work, we call it as a energy. Suppose if you have to take one box, this box, I want to move this box. What should I do? We have to do some work against this box, right? That is the capacity. The capacity to do some work, we call it as the energy. What is the unit of energy? They will ask. Simple questions they will ask, because general science is very simple, below the 10th class standard, even though 10th class standard. So that's why it is very easy, because all the people you qualified the 10th, you passed the 10th. That's why it is very easy. The capacity to do some work, we call it as a energy. What are the units are there? Not a single unit, multiple units are there for the energy. Joule is a MKS unit. Which unit it is? MKS unit for the energy. Erg is the CGS unit. Which unit it is? CGS unit. And calorie, another unit. Electron volt is another unit. Kilowatt hour is another unit, and so on, right? Joule is the unit of the energy. Erg is the unit of the energy. Calorie is the unit of the energy. Electron volt is the unit of the energy. Kilowatt hour also is the unit of the energy. You have to remember. Electron volt is the smallest unit of the energy. 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. 1 electron volt is equal to how many joules are there? This is the smallest unit of the energy. 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. So many times this question asked, electron volt is the which quantity unit? Which quantity unit? Electron volt is a energy unit. Which unit it is? Energy unit. Not only this, we have to take about the law of conservation of energy. Law of conservation of energy. What is the law of conservation of energy? This is very, very important one. Law of conservation of energy, how we have to define. How we have to define the law of conservation of energy? Once you have to see, it states that energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another form. Energy, what is the energy? It states that energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another form. Hence, the total energy of the system is constant. Such type of statement, we call it as a law of conservation of energy. Once again, you have to listen. If it states that energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another form, hence the total energy of the system or total energy of the universe is a constant. Such a definition, we call it as a law of conservation of energy. What is the law of conservation of energy? It states that the energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another form. Hence, the total energy of the universe remains a constant. That is a law of conservation of energy. According to the law of conservation of energy, it exists various forms. How many forms energy can exist? It exists sound energy, it exists the light energy, it exists a magnetic energy, it exists the electrical energy, it exists the heat energy, it exists a mechanical energy, it exists the chemical energy, it exists a nuclear energy. Which energy it is? Nuclear energy. It exists the solar energy, it exists the muscular energy, right? And so many energies are there. Already I told. What is the law of conservation of energy? Energy neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another form. How many? What is that form? Suppose sound can transformed into light. Light can transformed into sound. Light can transform into magnetic. Magnetic field can transform into light. Electric field can transform into magnetic field. Magnetic field can transform into electric field. Electricity can transform into heat. Heat can transform into electricity. Heat can transform into mechanical. Mechanical things can transform into heat. Mechanical thing can transform into chemical. Chemical things can transform into mechanical. Nuclear energy, solar energy, muscular energy. What is a muscular energy? A muscle is there. Muscle, it consists of the cells. What is the cells? The highly constructive and destructive form of energy, we call it as a muscular energy. What is the muscular energy? The definition of muscular energy is the highly constructive and destructive form of energy. The highly constructive and destructive form of energy, we call it as a muscular energy. This is very, very important. This is the information about a law of conservation of energy. First, you have to remember the statement of the law of conservation of energy. How many forms of energies are there? So many forms of energies are there. One muscular energy you don't know, because so many people are other branches. Some people are BA, some people are BSc, some people are life science, some people are commerce, like that is there. This life science people can know muscular energy means the highly constructive and destructive form of energy. We call it as a muscular energy. Clear? Right. Now I am going into our universe. Which one it is? Our universe. Now, first introduction of physics I told. In introduction of physics, what are things I told? Once you have to see, physics is a branch of science which deals with two things. One is energy, another one is the matter. What is the matter? A assembly of millions of particles, we call it as a matter. What is the energy? The capacity to do some work, we call it as a energy. Next, energy conservation principle we read. After that, we are entering into the first chapter. First chapter, very, very important chapter. Our life, our creation, our universe, our earth, our planetary system, entire thing starts with the universe only. Our universe only. Without universe, we are not existing. Without planet, we are not exist. Suppose this planet will break. What will happen? This Hyderabad city, entire city should break. Correct? All the people will go inside. So such type of things will happen. Without planet, we can't exist. Right. So that's why we have to see this unit is very, very important to know this universe also. At least you have to buy this course. This course is very, very useful to you. Very much informative. This course is very much informative. I am giving a guarantee to you. In the universe, first what we are learning, what is a galaxy? What is a galaxy? Galaxy means the constellation of billions of stars, we call it as a galaxy. The constellation of billions of stars. Which stars? Not ordinary 1, 2 stars. Billions of stars we are adding. Such type of addition we call it as a galaxy. Galaxy means the constellation of billions of stars, not one star, right? The constellation of billions of stars you have to take and you add it, you gather it, such type of gathering, the constellation of billions of stars, we call it as a galaxy. What is the definition of the galaxy? The constellation of billions of stars, we call it as the galaxy. Next definition you have to see, what is the universe? What is the universe? The combination of infinite number of such galaxy, we call it as a universe. The constellation of stars, we call it as so many stars are there on the sky. We can't see with our naked eye, right? So many stars are there. So the constellation of billions of stars, we call it as a galaxy. Such type of galaxies, how many galaxies are there in the sky? Infinite number of galaxies are there. The combination of infinite number of such galaxies are called, we call it as a universe. What is the definition of the universe? The combination of infinite number of galaxies, we call it as a universe. Next, one more definition you have to see, what is a cosmology? The study of the university, we call it as a cosmology. The study of universe, we call it as a cosmology. This area is burning research area nowadays also. Maybe 22 Nobel laureate got the Nobel Prize during this area only. 21 Nobel Prize also from this area only. 20 Nobel Prize also from this area only. Cosmic field is very, very burning area. Cosmology means the study of universe. The study of universe. We are studying about the universe. Such type of field, such type of study, we call it as a cosmology. What is astronomy? There is a astronomy is there. One astronomy. The study of the free space around the earth. around the earth some free space is there. The study of free space around the earth, we call it as a astronomy. How many definitions I gave? 4 definitions I gave. Once again you have to see in our universe 4 definitions I gave. The first definition is galaxy. What is the galaxy? The constellation of billions of stars, we call it as a galaxy. What is the universe? Universe means the combination of infinite number of galaxies, we call it as a universe. Next, what is a cosmology? The study of universe, we call it as a cosmology. The fourth term is what is a astronomy? The study of free space around the earth, we call it as a astronomy. What is the astronomy? The study of free space around the earth, we call it as a astronomy. 4 definitions I gave from the belongs to our universe. Now I am coming into our galaxy. In our galaxy, the galaxy in which our solar system, what is the sun and all the things are there, no? Our solar system, present galaxy is known as a Milky Way or Akasha Ganga. This is very, very important. The galaxy in which our solar system is present, such galaxy we call it as a Milky Way or Akasha Ganga. What is the name of the Milky Way? Another name of the Milky Way also they will ask. What is the Milky Way or Akasha Ganga? The galaxy, it is a galaxy in which our planet, our solar system, our star, sun, everything is there, no? Planet system, our planetary system, our solar system is present. Such galaxy we call it as a Milky Way. It is also known as a Akasha Ganga. This is the, which definition it is? 5th definition I am giving. Now I am coming into the 6th definition. With respect to our planetary nearest islands of stars, with respect to our planetary nearest islands of stars, so many islands of stars are there. Infinite number of stars are there. Within the infinite number of stars, our nearest star, our planet nearest star, our islands of the stars, we call it as a Magellanic Cloud or Andromeda. What is the Andromeda or Magellanic Cloud means? With respect to our planet, the nearest islands of stars, with respect to our planet, we suppose Earth is our life planet if you have to consider. With respect to Earth, the nearest islands of stars, we call it as a Andromeda or Magellanic Cloud. Andromeda or Magellanic Cloud. This is the 6th definition. Now I am coming into the 7th definition. The biggest star in our galaxy. What is our galaxy? Our galaxy is a Milky Way or Akasha Ganga. In the Akasha Ganga, the biggest star is a Epsilon Argae. Which one? Epsilon Argae is the biggest star in our galaxy. In Akasha Ganga or Milky Way, what is the biggest star? The biggest star is Epsilon Argae. Epsilon Argae is the biggest star in our galaxy is a Epsilon Argae. Now I am coming into the 8th one. The brightest star. The bright. Which one is glowing? How it is glowing? The brightly is glowing. The brightest star in our galaxy, in the Milky Way or Akasha Ganga, that is a Sirius. This one we also call it as a dog star. Which star it is? Dog star. Now I am coming into the distance between the sun, the distance between, suppose you have to take a elliptical shape. Here 2 knobs are there. This is the foci 1 and foci 2. In foci 1, maybe sun is present. Suppose earth is here, earth is rotating in elliptical orbit. What is the distance between the sun and earth? Sun and earth, how much distance is there? this distance is equal to 1.5 into 10 to the power of 11 meters. This is very, very important. The distance between the sun and earth, we call it as a, so sun earth distance, how much distance is there? The distance between the sun and earth is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 11 meters distance is there. How much distance is there? 1.5 into 10 to the power of 11 distance is there. 10 to the power of 11 meters distance is there. This is very, very important. Total 10 definitions I gave. So, first definition, what is the definition once you have to see? First definition is in our galaxy. The galaxy means the constellation of millions of stars, we call it as a galaxy. What is the universe? The combination of infinite number of such galaxies, we call it as a universe. What is the cosmology? The study of the universe, we call it as a cosmology. What is astronomy? The study of free space around the earth, we call it as a astronomy. What is the Milky Way? In the galaxy in which our planetary solar system exists. So that solar system, present galaxy, we call it as a Milky Way or Akashaganga. What is a Magellanic Cloud or Andromeda? With respect to our planet, the nearest islands of the stars, we call it as a Andromeda. The biggest star in our galaxy is a Epsilon Aurigae. The brightest star in our galaxy is a Sirius or Dog star. The distance between the sun and earth is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 11 meters. Clear? Now I am coming into a light year. The definition of the light year. What is the light year? Light year, it is a unit of distance. Which one it is? The first point is, it is a unit of distance. Light year means it is a unit of distance. What is the definition of the light year? It is the distance travelled by the light in 1 year. The distance travelled by the light in 1 year, such a distance, we call it as a light year. How much light year? 1 light year is equal to 9.3 into 10 to the power of 12 kilometers. How many kilometers? 9.3 into 10 to the power of 12 kilometers or 9.3 into 10 to the power of 15 meters. 1 kilometer is equal to, I can change it, 1 kilometer is equal to 10 to the power of meters. So that's why 12 plus 3 is equal to 15. 9.3 into 10 to the power of 15 meters or 9.3 into 10 to the power of 12 kilometers. That is a 1 light year is equal. This is very, very important. Light year means it is the unit of distance. It is the unit of distance. What is the definition of the light year? It is the distance travelled by the light in 1 year. It is the distance travelled by the light in a particular 1 year. We call it as a light year. What is the 1 light year is equal to? 9.3 into 10 to the power of 12 kilometers or 9.3 into 10 to the power of 15 meters. Clear? Now I am coming into the solar system. This is very, very important. Solar system is very, very important. What is the solar system? Our solar system is made of star. That star is sun. That star is sun and 8 planets. How many planets are there? 8 planets are there. And moons. How many moons are there? Each and every planet concerning them, their moons are there. A bunch of comets and asteroids, a bunch of comets, asteroids, such type of systems we call it as a solar system. A solar system means our solar system is made up of star. That star is the sun and 8 planets and moons, comets, asteroids and so on, like that are there. Meteoroids and meteorites, so many things are there. Those things we have to add each and everything. Once you have to see the sun, in which is the medium sized star, source of the energy of the entire solar system. For entire solar system, what is the source? Source of energy. Energy source is sun. Energy source is A medium sized star, the source of energy is the sun is the source of energy entire the solar system. The sun is the brightest sun, the entire the solar system, that is the main source, right? The sun, which is the medium sized star, is the source of energy entire the solar system. The nearest star to the earth is, for the, you have to take earth. What is the nearest star? That sun is a star. Sun itself star. The nearest star to the earth we call it as a sun. With respect to the sun, the nearest planet is Mercury. This is very, very important. The nearest planet is Mercury. The farthest planet is Neptune. The farthest planet is Neptune. Up to 2006, Pluto is there. But after 2006, NASA introduced one Horizon space shuttle or spacecraft they send. They gave the images. That time Pluto and removed, and that will become as a white dwarf planet. Neptune is the farthest planet. Nearest planet is Mercury and farthest planet is the Neptune. The biggest planet in our solar system is Jupiter, and the smallest planet is Mercury. The smallest planet is the nearest planet and the small also. The biggest planet is the Jupiter. This is the solar system. Once again you have to listen. Light year means it is a unit of distance. What is the definition of the light year means? It is the distance traveled by the light in 1 year. What is 1 light year is equal to 9.3 into 10 to the power of 12 kilometers or 9.3 into 10 to the power of 15 meters. Define the solar system. In our solar system is made up of star. That star is the sun. 8 planets are there. Moons, a bunch of comets and asteroids are there. So, such type of group of all these things we call it as a solar system. The sun, which is the medium sized star, is the source of the entire solar system. Sun is the source of the entire solar system. The nearest star to the earth is the sun. With respect to sun, the nearest planet is Mercury. The farthest planet is the Neptune. The biggest planet is a Jupiter and the smallest planet is the Mercury. Clear? Now, I am coming into a International Astronomical Union. There is a IAU is there. What is the IAU? International Astronomical Union. What it works? What is the aim of International Astronomical Union? International Astronomical Union define a planet. A planet has 3 things must be exist. What is the 3 things once you have to see? International Astronomical Union gave a definition. That definition we call it as a planet. A planet has, first, it has a orbits owes to the star. It has a orbit. The first point is that must be orbit. Just as the earth and Jupiter orbit the sun. How the earth and Jupiter has orbit, the same way it hosts the star. That must be orbit, right? Next, the second point is large enough to be mostly round. The mostly round, it should be round, right? It should be round, large enough. It should be large enough and mostly round. And the third one you have to see, must have an important influence on the orbital stability of the other object in its neighborhood. Orbital stability of the other objects in its neighborhood. These 3 definitions must be possessed, then only we call it as a planet. So that's why in 2006, International Astronomical Union resolution means that the solar system officially consists of 8 planets only. According to these 3 definitions, the International Astronomical Union given you one resolution, that is a 2006 2006 International Astronomical Union Resolution. According to the International Astronomical Union Resolution, planets are only 8 planets are there. One is the Mercury, the second one is the Venus, the third one is Earth, the fourth one is the Mars, the fifth one is Jupiter, the sixth one is the Saturn, the seventh one is the Uranus, and the eighth one is the Neptune. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. How many? According to 2006 IAU resolution, according to the 2006 IAU resolution, so according to that resolution, our solar system consists of 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Clear? Now, there Pluto is there now. Pluto is there now. So where it goes? It goes to dwarf planet. Dwarf planet they take. It is a object in orbit around the sun that is large enough to pull itself into a nearly round shape, but has not been able to clear its orbit of debris. But it has not been able to clear its orbit of debris. But has not been able to clear its orbit of debris. This defect is there. Due to this defect, this Pluto is not a planet. How many dwarf planets are there? Total 5 number of dwarf planets are there. Ceres, Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Eris. Total 5 planets are there. Those are the dwarf planet. Dwarf planet. That third law is not sufficient. So that's why they call it as a total 5 are there. Ceres, Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Eris. Ceres, Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Eris. These are the 5 dwarf planets. Dwarf planets are 5 is there. Clear? Once you have to see how the planets are there, we discussed about, that is the continuation of this one only. We are discussing about the introduction of physics, GS physics in general science. Within the introduction of physics, I told about what is the syllabus in that I told. And next, what is physics? Physics is a branch of science. It deals with 2 things. One is energy, another one is the matter. We are discussing about the matter and we are discussing about the energy also. And energy conservation principle also I told. Now, I informed about the universe. Our universe chapter we are there. In the universe chapter, I gave all the definitions. What is the galaxy? What is the universe? What is the cosmology? What is astronomy? All the definitions, whatever the possible definitions are there, entire the definitions are I gave. Now I am coming into the solar system. In a solar system, what is the solar system? It is a star. One star, that star is the sun, and 8 planets are there. Along with 8 planets, so many comets, asteroids, and such type of wide dwarf planets also is there. All these planets we call it as a planetary system, that is a solar system. This solar system is there in the Milky Way galaxy, right? That solar system we are discussing now. In the solar system, what is the brightest star? Brightest star is a sun. In the Milky Way, the brightest star is the sun. Once you have to see, our sun is a brightest star. Our sun is brightest star. Which star it is? Our sun is the brightest star. After the sun, the first planet is Mercury. This one is a first planet is Mercury. The second planet is the Venus. The second planet is Venus. Our third planet is home planet. This is a third planet, Earth. Our fourth planet is Mars. Our fifth planet is, what is our fifth planet? Jupiter. Jupiter is a fifth planet. Our sixth planet is a Saturn. Our sixth planet is Saturn. Our seventh planet is Uranus. Our seventh planet is Uranus. Our ninth planet is eighth planet is Neptune. How many planets are there? After 2006 IAU, International Astronomical Union, given and modified the planets are in our solar system. 8 planets are there. Our first planet is Mercury. The second planet is Mars. The third planet is Earth. Venus. Second planet is Venus. Third planet is Earth. The fourth planet is Mars. Fifth planet is Jupiter. Sixth one is Saturn. Seventh one is Uranus. Eighth one is Neptune. Once you have to see among these planets, I gave the order also. After some time, I will explain what is what also I will explain. This is a sun is a brightest and most energetic source of entire the solar system. The first planet is Mercury. The second one is Venus. The third one is Earth. The fourth one is the Mars. And the fifth one is a Jupiter. Mars and Jupiter, in between the Mars and Jupiter, there is a gap is there. In between the Mars and Jupiter, there is a gap is there. Within this gap, so many asteroids are there. Asteroids belt. This is a asteroids belt. Which belt it is? Asteroids belt. So many people are asking the question. Asteroids belt between whom planets? Between the Mars and the Jupiter. Asteroid belt between the Mars and Jupiter, there is a asteroid belt is there. Between the Mars and Jupiter, there is a belt. That belt we call it as a asteroid belt. Asteroid belt between which planets? Mars and Jupiter. After the Jupiter, there is a Saturn is there. And next Uranus, Neptune. After the Neptune, behind the Neptune, so there is a Kuiper belt objects are there. Kuiper belt objects and dwarf planets also is existing. That is Pluto, Make planet and Eris planet and Ceres planets. These planets are there. These are the dwarf planets. Comets are there. These are the comets. Comets also around the sun, rotating around about the sun. This is our solar system. Our solar system, once you got the clear idea, no? What is our solar system? Sun is a brightest and energy of our solar system. First Mercury, the second Venus, third Earth, fourth Mars. In between the Mars and Jupiter, there is a asteroid belt is there. Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Beyond the Neptune, there is a Kuiper belt is there. Around the Kuiper belt, there is a dwarf planets are there. Comets and asteroids, dwarf planets are rotating around the sun also. This is the brief information about which one? Solar system. Now I am coming into the information about all the information about the planet. Suppose you have to take a Mercury. What is the mass of the Mercury compared to the Earth? 1/17th part. 1/17th part means Mercury is a smallest planet. Which planet it is? Smallest planet. Mercury is a smallest planet and nearest to the sun. Nearest to the sun. Mercury is a smallest planet and nearest to the sun also. These are two superlative degrees are there for Mercury. For one reason is it is a smallest planet. It is the nearest to the Earth. According to the size also it is a smallest. Compared to the earth, that size is 1 by 17th part. What is the mass of the Mercury? The mass of the Mercury is 3.28 into 10 to the power of 23 kgs. Distance from the sun is 5.79 into 10 to the power of 8 kilometers. And time revolution is 7.16 into 10 to the power of 6 seconds. Any moons are there? There is no moons for a Mercury. There is no moons for the Mercury. This is the first planet. Once I am coming into the second planet, this is a Venus. Which planet it is? Venus planet. This planet we also call it as a hottest planet among the all the planets. Venus is a hottest planet. Why it is the hottest planet? After some time I will teach to you. This is the, compared to the earth, 9 by 10th part is there, that compared to the earth, that is size is, mass is 4.83 into 10 to the power of 24 kgs. Distance from the sun is 1.08 into 10 to the power of 8 kilometers. And time revolution time is 1.98 into 10 to the power of 7. Is there any moons are there? For Mars also, for Venus also, there is no moon. So please remember, Mercury and Venus, there is no moons. Now I am coming into our Earth. Our Earth is our home planet. Whatever the planet is there, they habituated to living creatures. Living creatures are living in only one planet among all the solar system. Only one planet, that planet is Earth. Clear? So this Earth is only one planet among all the planets. Earth is a livable planet, right? According to the circumstances, weather is comfortable, water source is there, and rocks also is there, and metals and all the minerals also available here. So that's why for humans and creatures and animals to live in this planet, it is very, very comfortable. What is the comparing size? I am comparing with Earth only, that is the 1. Now the mass is 5.98 into 10 to the power of 24 kg. 6 into 10 to the power of 24 kg, you have to remember. Distance from the sun, 1.5 into 10 to the power of 8 kilometers. Time revolution is 3.16 into 10 to the power of 7 seconds. How many moons are there? Only one moon is there. That moon is moon itself, Earth moon, right? Only one moon is there for the Earth, that is a natural moon for the Earth planet. Now I am coming into the fourth. This planet is a Mars planet. Which planet it is? Mars. What is the size compared to the Earth? 1 by 7th. What is the mass? 6.37 into 10 to the power of 23 kg. What is the distance from the sun? 2.28 into 10 to the power of 8. Time revolution is 5.98 into 10 to the power of 7. How many moons are there? For Mars, 2 moons are there. Now you have to see Jupiter. Jupiter is a biggest planet. Already I told this is a biggest planet. Which planet it is? Biggest planet. Compared to the size, Jupiter is a biggest planet. Compared to the Earth, 1303 times more than the Earth. What is the mass? 1.9 into 10 to the power of 27 kg. What is the distance from the sun? 7.78 into 10 to the power of 8 kilometers. What is the revolution speed time? 3.74 into 10 to the power of 8. How many moons are there? How many moons are there? 95 moons are there till today. Till today, from the NASA I have to take these moons count. 95 moons are existing till today from Jupiter. Maybe this value may be changed because the scientists are doing the research to find the moons and to find the particles, articles in in the sky. Right now, I am coming into a Saturn. It is a rings planet. Which planet it is? Rings planet. Rings planet. This planet we also call it as a rings planet. What is the size? This is a second largest size, 736 times of the Earth. What is the mass? 5.67 into 10 to the power of 26 kg. What is the distance from the sun? 1.43 into 10 to the power of 9. What is the revolution time? 9.3 into 10 to the power of 8. How many moons are there? 146 moons are there. How many moons are there? 146 moons for the Saturn. Who got the highest moons? Saturn got highest moons till today. Till today, according to the NASA report, I have to take. Next, Uranus. Uranus 64 size compared to the Earth. Compared to mass is 8.8 into 10 to the power of 25 kg. Distance from the sun is equal 2.87 into 10 to the power of 9. And time revolution is equal to 2.66 into 10 to the power of 9 seconds. How many moons are there? 28 moons are there. Right? Now you have to take the last planet is Neptune. So what is the size of the Neptune? 60, more than 60 of the Earth size. Now mass is equal to 1.03 into 10 to the power of 26 kg, and the distance from the sun is equal to 4.5 into 10 to the power of 9, and time revolution time is equal to 5.2 into 10 to the power of 9. How many moons are there? 16 moons are there. From this chart, I gave all the information about. From this chart, I gave all the information about the planets. What planet is there? Total 8 planets are there in our solar system. 8 planets information, mass, distance from the sun, revolution time, and moons also I give. All this updated data I am giving to you up to till today. Till today. Till means, so today is May 4th. I am teaching this one. Till May 4th, this is the scenario about the solar system. Now I am coming into the temperatures of the planets. Temperature of the planet. Already I told Venus is the hottest planet. Venus is the hottest planet. You have to see 867 degree Fahrenheit and 464 degree centigrade is there. So that's why we can't livable atmosphere is not present on the Venus. Venus is a hottest planet among all the planets. Now I am coming into the Mercury. Mercury 167 degrees centigrade, and I am coming into the Earth. Earth is a 15 degrees centigrade, that is the average. Next, Mars minus 65 degrees centigrade is there. Jupiter minus 100 degrees centigrade is there. Next, Uranus minus 195 degrees centigrade is there. Neptune minus 200 degrees centigrade, and Saturn minus 140 degrees centigrade is there. Pluto is a dwarf planet. It is also ice planet, minus 225 degrees centigrade are there. Suppose you have to see among all the planets, once you have to consider, planets are total 8 planets are there. Within the 8 planets, once you have to see Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, these planets are consisting of rocks. These planets consisting of rocks. So many rocks and mountains and minerals and so many things are there in this planet. Right? Temperature I am giving Mercury 333 degree Fahrenheit, 167 degree centigrade is closest to the planet. Right? Next, Venus 800 degree 67 Fahrenheit, 464 degrees centigrade. It is a hottest planet in our solar system. Earth is around 15 degrees centigrade. It is our home planet. We are surviving on the Earth only. Now the Mars is minus 65 degrees centigrade is there. This planet we also call it as a red planet. Which planet it is? Red planet we have to take. Jupiter, a minus 110 degrees centigrade or 166 Fahrenheit is there. This planet is the Jupiter is largest planet largest planet means that is the biggest planet. We call it as a biggest planet. Saturn is a rings planet, minus 100 degree 140 degrees centigrade is there. That planet we call it as a rings planet. Uranus, minus 195 degrees centigrade is there. This one we also call it as a ice gained. Last, Neptune also minus 200 degrees centigrade it maintained. This planet we call it as a farthest planet. White dwarf planet is there. Dwarf planet Pluto is 375 degrees Fahrenheit and minus 225 degrees centigrade is there. Pluto also ice planet only, ice gained only. Here, so 3 varieties of planets I have to make it. Once you have to see here, first planet is a Mercury, the second planet is a Venus, the third planet is a Earth, the fourth planet is Mars, right? These 4 planets are solid planets, solid with rocks. These planets are solid with rocks planets. Suppose if you have to see, what you have to see, the rest of the planets are there now. Jupiter is a 5th planet and the 6th planet is a Saturn. These 2 planets gas planets, These planets we call it as a gas planets. Now I am coming into the 7th and 8th planet, Uranus, and 8th planet is a Neptune. These planets we call it as a ice gained. Which one we call it as? Ice gained. These are the various types of planets. First, you have to take it as a Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, solid rocks, and Jupiter and Saturn, gas planets, and Uranus and Neptune, ice gains. Such type of variation also you have to remember. Each and every planet there is a nickname is there. You have to remember the nicknames also. Now I am coming into the rotation and revolution. This is very important. Rotation and revolution. Suppose if you have to take, it is a sun. Which one it is? It is the sun, right? In the sun, in elliptical orbital shape. Suppose Earth is, this is the Earth. The Earth is revolving from, which one it is? It is east and west. West to east in anti-clockwise direction. Earth is rotating around its sun. In anti-clockwise direction, Earth is rotating around its sun. Such type of rotation we call it as a revolution. Which one it is? Revolution. Revolution means, what is the revolution? Planets move around the sun. We call it as a revolution. What is the rotation? Rotation means our planet also rotate around its own axis. So planets rotates on their axis. We call it as a, this is one also west to east in anti-clockwise direction only. This one also in which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. Earth also rotates its own axis. Such type of rotation we call it as a rotation. Such type of rounding we call it as a rotation. So 2 types, each one rounding only, but 2 types of rounding is there. Earth is around its sun. Such type of rotation we call it as a revolution. Earth is rotating around its own axis. Such type of motion we call it as a rotation. Clear? If it is Earth is revolving around its sun, we call it as a revolution. If Earth is rotates around its own axis, we call it as a rotation. Due to this, if suppose Earth revolution of earth. Due to the revolution of the earth, many benefits are there. What are the benefits? Once you have to see. Due to the revolution of the earth revolution around the sun in anti-clockwise direction with how much speed? Suppose already I told this is a elliptical path. Here two focal lengths are there. Around any focal length that sun can stay. Now the earth is rotating. This is a earth. Earth is rotating around. So earth is rotating from west to east. This is a anti-clockwise direction, counter-clockwise direction with how much speed? 30 km per second speed. For 30 km per second speed, earth is rotating around its sun. Such type of motion we call it as a revolution. First point is earth is revolution around its sun in anti-clockwise direction with speed 30 km per second. How much time it will take? The time is 365 days, 365 quarter days, 365 quarter, 365 1 by 4 days it will take for revolution. That is the second point. Due to the revolution, there is a changes in the earth atmosphere. What changes can happen? Due to the revolution, seasons will form. Which form? Seasons. Seasons. Due to the revolution, there is a seasons in the earth atmosphere. There is a season. This bit is very, very important. So many times, so many competitive people are asking, due to the revolution, seasons are forming in the earth atmosphere. Revolution creates a perihelion and aphelion phenomena also. What is the perihelion? When earth is closest to the sun, such type of phenomena we call it as a perihelion. Perihelion means closest to the sun. Aphelion means when the earth is far from the sun, we call it as a aphelion. These two bits are very, very important in UPSC exam also. What is aphelion? What is perihelion? They are asking. Perihelion means when earth is closest to the sun, then we call it as a perihelion. When earth is the farthest from the sun, we call it as a aphelion. These 2 points also you have to remember. Revolution has a direct influence on the varied length of day and night time. Length of the day and night time also varying due to the revolution only. Next, the duration of the days and nights vary in the northern and southern hemispheres is known as solstices. Solstices. Solstices means, this is very, very important. The definition of the solstices, due to the revolution only it will come. The duration of days and nights vary in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The duration of the days and the nights vary in the northern and the southern hemisphere. Such type of phenomena we call it as a solstices. 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 So that is very, very important. So many times in your competitive people are asking this question. The duration of the days and nights are same at the equator. Such type of phenomena we call it as a equinox. What is the equinox? Night time and daytime is the same. Such type of where it is the night time and daytime is the same in the equator. 0 degree line is there, no? On the equator line, the daytime and night time may be same. Such type of phenomena we call it as a equinox phenomena. The earth orbit around the sun in which shape? Elliptical shape. This shape we call it as a, which shape it is? Ellipse or elliptical shape, elliptical path or elliptical shape. So many times this question also they are asking. all the possibility I gave. This is much information nowhere you won't get. This fee is also very little amount. You have to buy and utilize this chance. What is the revolution of the earth? Revolution of the earth around the sun in anti-clockwise direction or west to east with speed 30 km per second. The earth revolution to the sun time 365 1/4 days are there. Due to the revolution, seasons can form in the atmosphere. Revolution creates the perihelion and aphelion phenomena. What is a perihelion? When earth closest to the sun, we call it as a perihelion. What is the aphelion? When earth farthest from the sun, we call it as a aphelion. Revolution has direct influence on the varied the length of the day and night. Varied the length of the day and night because of the revolution. The duration of the lengths and nights vary in the northern and southern hemispheres. We call it as a solstices. The duration of the days and the nights are same at the equator, is known as the equinox. The earth orbits around the sun is ellipse. These points you have to remember. These are very, very important points. Maybe you have to get in your competitive examination. Now I am coming into the rotation of the earth. Because of the rotation of the earth also so many advantages are there, right? Earth is revolving around its own axis. Such type of motion we call it as a rotation. Rotation of the earth. Because earth is rotating, that's why we call it as a rotation of the earth. What are the advantages? Say the earth rotates its own axis from west to east. Suppose it is a earth. Earth is a planet. It is rotating from west to east, means anti-clockwise direction. Which clock direction? It is a anti-clock direction or counter-clock direction. This direction we call it as a anti-clock direction or counter-clock direction. Earth rotates on its axis from west to east. Axis means this the axis you have to take. Earth rotation time is 24 hours. Within the 24 hours, earth should be rotation completed. Earth rotation causes due to the day and due to the night. So, earth rotation causes the day and night. Temperatures can be changed. Humidity can be changes. Temperature, humidity can change. Day and night also can change. Due to the day and night, because of the earth rotation, it can happen, right? Earth spins anti-clockwise direction. Earth spins anti-clockwise direction. The rotation causes tides in the oceans and seas. This is very, very important. Day and night time, because of the day and night, our life is sustained. All the days continue because we can't work, right? We can't run. 12 hours only we are unable to bear to run the battle. 24 hours is a day. This is not sufficient. So that's why I am taking earth rotation causes day, night, temperature changes and humidity changes. Earth rotation causes tides in the oceans. Suppose you have to take a ocean, in the ocean there is a tides will come. These tides and seas also, because of the earth rotation only tides and can form. The earth axis of the rotation is tilted with how many degrees? 23.5 degrees. Due to this reason, day and night is created. Because of the how much it is tilted? The earth axis of the rotation is tilted 23.5 degrees. 23.5 degrees. It should be tilted. So that's why day and night is forming. These are the importance of rotation of the earth. Very, very important. So please remember the revolution of the earth, rotation of the earth, very, very important. Because of the revolution of the earth, seasons can form. Because of the rotation of the earth, day and night can form. Clear? Because of the revolution of the earth, changes in the days and nights can happen. The length of the days, nights can happen. Because of the rotation of the earth, there is a tides can form in oceans and seas, right? Now I am coming into the stars. In our universe, stars are uncountable, infinite number of stars are there. In the night time, you have to go to outside and you have to see, you have to lift up your head and you have to see towards the sky. Total dark is there, but in the dark, so many stars can see. Can you count the stars? No, impossible. Uncountable number of stars you able to see. Once you have to see, a star is a luminous spheroid. Which shape it is? Spherical shape. Luminous. It is a illuminating star held together by self-gravity. It has own gravity is there. That is a luminous spheroid, we call it as a star. A star is a luminous spheroid held together by itself self-gravity. The nearest star to the earth, what is the nearest star to the earth? Already I told, that is the sun is a nearest star to the earth. Many other stars are visible with our naked eye, but they are so far away from the sun. That's why we cannot be seen. Stars consist of helium and hydrogen gases. So that's why hydrogen can collide. Such type of nuclear reactions we call it as a nuclear fusion reaction. Nuclear fusion means we have to add. So lighter elements can participate in the nuclear fusion reaction. Due to the nuclear fusion reaction, the sun is brightly illuminating. So much of power is generated because of the nuclear fusion. So simply you have to remember nuclear reactions you have to remember. Nuclear reactions give the energy in the stars. This point is very, very important. In the stars, which reaction can take place? Nuclear reaction. What is that nuclear reaction? Nuclear fusion reaction, not fission. Nuclear fusion reaction can take place. This is the information about the stars. Now I am coming into a constellations. What is the constellation? That is very, very important. How many constellations are there in the universe? How many constellations are there? Total 88 constellations are there. 88. That number is 88. Once you have to see constellations, it is a group of stars, group of sun. One constellation means a group of suns, group of stars that looks like a particular shape on the sky. What is that shape? Maybe man's shape or animal shape. Maybe person, maybe animal. Such type of shape we call it as a constellation. Suppose you have to see what is a constellation. A group of stars appeared as a animal or man like that shape. We call it as a constellation. How many constellations are there? 88 constellations are there in the universe. It is a group of stars that looks like a particular shape in the sky and has been given a name based on the picture would like an object, animal or person. Total how many are there? 88 constellations are there. Those names are Orion, Corona, Borealis and Cygnus, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor. These are the sum. Total 88 is there. Once you have to see. Cygnus is there, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor. I will show you after some time. One also I will show you. Total 88 is there. Ursa Major, Ursa Minor. So these are the constellations are there. These are 88 constellations are there. These 88 constellations, a collection of the group of stars, we call it as a constellation. Orion, Corona, Borealis, Cygnus, Ursa Major and Ursa Minor. These are the some examples I gave the constellations. Once you have to remember. Now pole star. This is very, very important. What is a pole star? Pole star we also call it as a Polaris in English. In English, we are calling it as a Polaris. We also call it as a North Star. Pole star, Polaris. We also call it as a pole star or Polaris. Which one we are calling? Polaris or we also call it as a north star. North star, Polaris or north star. Pole star we also call it as a Polaris or north star. What is the pole star? Polaris is that lies closely in the line width of the axis of the earth rotation above the north pole. Once you have to see, it is a line, one line you have to, lies closely in the line with axis of earth rotation above the north pole. Such type of axis of pole star we call it as a pole star. The pole star stands almost motionless or static in the sky. Almost motionless, static in the sky. We can know the pole star by using a Great Bear, that is a Ursa Major or Great Bear. We can use the pole star. To know the pole star, we have to use as a Great Bear or Ursa Major. The shape of the Great Bear is plow or kite. This is very important. 2 times in UPSC also they are asking this question. The shape of the Great Bear or Ursa Major shape. Ursa Major is a constellation. That constellation shape is plow or kite. Ursa Major is a group of 7 stars. Group of 7 stars we call it as a Ursa Major. Pole stars can be found by the extending the line connecting the last 2 stars. We will get the pole star. Once you have to see the pole star situated in the direction of the earth axis. That's why it does not appear to move, even though all stars are appears that they are moving because of the rotation of the earth. Why it is not moving? Because it can move in the earth direction. The poles are direction of the earth axis. So that's why it can appear as a almost motionless and static in the sky. This is the information about the pole star. Once again you have to see, it is also called it as a Polaris. It is also called it as a north star. Polaris that lies closely in the line with the axis of the earth rotation above the north pole. It is stands almost stationless, motionless or static in the sky. We can know the pole star by using a Great Bear or Ursa Major. This Ursa Major shape is plow or kite. Ursa Major is a group of 7 stars, right? How we have to draw the pole star? Pole stars can be found by extending the line connecting the last 2 stars. The pole star is situated in the direction of the earth axis, and that is why it does not appear to move, even though all stars that they are moving because rotation of the earth. Clear? Once you have to see the pole star. This is the Ursa Major. Ursa Major, how many stars are there? I told in Ursa Major 8 stars are there. Once you have to see the 8 stars, this is the first star it is, right? This one is the second, this one is the third, this one is the fourth, this one is the fifth, this one is the sixth, this one is the seventh. Now the 7 stars, once you have to make it as a rectangular shape with the 4 stars, right? Next you have to extend these lines. This last line star we call it as a pole star. This last line star we call it as a pole star. Which star it is? Pole star or Polaris or North Pole. We call it as that is a in constellation, Ursa Major constellation. Ursa Major means a group of 7 stars. We call it as a Ursa Major. Clear? This is very important. Like this, so many. How many constellations are there? 88 constellations are there in the universe. Clear? Right. Now I am coming into the ecliptic. Ecliptic. This definition is very important. So many times your competitive people are asking, define the ecliptic. Why I am writing all these things? No, if I teach you, forget. So that's why if I write in the board, so at least you have to remember what sir is writing, right? If unable to understand my vocabulary, my vocal, even though you have to capture from the visibility also. It is the path. Ecliptic means one path. Ecliptic. It is a path. Which path it is? That the sun follows through the stars or constellation. Suppose you have to see here. It is a path. The sun follows through the stars and constellation. These are the constellations and stars are there. The sun is following. Wherever money is there, the people are following through the money. So wherever the religious is there, people are following to the religious. Wherever the school is there, the children are going to the school. How they are following? The sun also. The sun followed the path. One path it is following in the to whom? Stars and constellation. That path we call it as a ecliptic. Ecliptic means it is a path. It is a completely one path. That path is the sun follows through the stars and constellation over a course of year. Over a course of year, not a single day or single second or single minute. Over a course of year, the sun is following that path, stars and constellation path. Such type of path we call it as a ecliptic. Ecliptic is very, very important. Next in zodiac. So everybody knows because in Hindu mythology, the zodiac takes place major role. If you want to take the marriage, people are seeing the zodiac signs also, right? Once you have to see, it is a belt-shaped region. In the belt, stars and constellations are there now. So such a belt-shaped region. So the belt-shaped region in the sky that extends approximately 80 degrees north and south on the ecliptic. Maybe you have to take, this is the ecliptic. So you have to take the north side 80 degrees and south side 88 degrees. You have to extend this, you call it as a, you have to extend this belt shape, we call it as a zodiac. Zodiac. What is the zodiac sign? The zodiac is divided along the eclipse into 12 equal parts, 12 constellations. The 12 equal parts we call it as a 12 zodiac signs, each occupying 30 degrees of celestial longitude. In celestial longitude, 30 degrees divided is there, that we call it as a zodiac sign. Sunrise occurs at the same zodiac sign. Suppose sunrise occurs in the same zodiac sign every day of a month in the year. Of a month, every day of a month of the year. Of the month in the year, in the month, in particular zodiac sign, same day the sun rise in the same time. The sunrise occurs at the same zodiac sign. The sunrise occurs at the same zodiac sign every day of a month of a year. Every day of a month of a year. So these things you have to remember. These are very, very important definition. Now I told 12 zodiac signs are there. In the 12 zodiac signs, you know, first zodiac sign is Aries. March 21st nunchi April 29th. From March 21st to April 29th. So that symbol is Aries. 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 This symbol is like this. It is a constellation shape, zodiac sign. All the stars gathered and that shape will appear like that. Is a animal or human? Any shape it will happen. Next, Taurus. Taurus, April 22, May 20th. Next, Gemini, May 21st to June 21st. Next, fourth one is the Cancer, June 22 to July 22. Leo, July 23 to August 22. Virgo, August 23 to September 22. Libra, September 23 to October 23. Scorpio, October 24 to November 21. Sagittarius November 22 to December 21, Capricorn December 22 to January 19, Aquarius January 22 February 18, and Pisces February 19 to March 20. How many is there? Total 12 is there. 12 zodiac signs I told. Once you have to see their symbols also I gave. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. These are the 12 zodiac signs. Very, very important. You have to remember. You know already each and every person, they knows their concerning zodiac sign. Clear? How many zodiac signs are there? 12 zodiac signs are there. Based on the stars, sun is following in the stars direction, it is coming. Now I am coming into the stars and constellation and zodiac sign, eclipse, all these things completed. Now I am coming into which one it is next, that is a meteors. Meteors. What is the meteor? How it will come? Meteor. Once you have to see, it is a meteor, like thunderbolt, like the how flamely it will come. Flamely, right? In Telugu we call it as a ulka. How it will come? When the meteorites enter the earth atmosphere at high speed and burn up with fireballs or shooting the stars, we call it as a meteors. Meteors means one object is coming from the sky with fireballs and meeting the star. Such type of object we call it as a meteors. Meteorite. What is the meteorite means? That is coming to the earth and digging the earth. So such type of, after digging, it is cooled. Such type of element we call it as a, it is a metal, purely metal, magnesium or cobalt, whatever it may be, iron, any metal it can form. So this when we call it as a meteorite. When a meteorite survives a rip through the atmosphere and hits the ground, we call it as a meteorite. Meteorite means it is not coming into the earth. Meteorite means it is coming into the earth, and after cooling we are taking that one. We have to do the research also, which metal is there in that, right? So these two definitions you have to remember: meteors and meteorites. What is the meteors? When the meteorites enter into the earth atmosphere at a high speed and burn up the firewall, shooting stars are called meteors. What is the meteorite? When a meteorite survives a rip through the atmosphere and hits the ground, we call it as a meteorite. Clear? Now I am coming into the comet. This is very, very important. Comet means in Telugu it is a toka chukka. So this comet can revolve around the sun. Once you have to see, this is a comet. Now this one is a sun, right? This is the earth. Earth is revolving around the sun. In the same way, comet also revolving around its sun. Comet also revolving around sun. It is a comet. That comet also revolving around its sun. Such type of element, such type of like small planet, we call it as a, but this comet has a big tail is there. That tail will full of with gases. That gases can burn. Once we have to see what is the comet, you have to see. Comets are cosmic snowballs of frozen gases, rock, dust, orbit to the sun. It is a cosmic snowballs of frozen gases, rock and dust. It must be orbit to the sun, right? Such type of element we call it as a comet. When a comet's orbit brings it close to the sun, it heats up. When this comet close to the sun, what will happen? The sun's heat absorb the comet and heats up, and eats up and sweeps dust and gases into the giant glowing head larger than the more planet. Most of the planet, it should be eliminated because of the gases. The dust and gases form a tail that stretches away from the sun for millions of miles. These gases and dust can go millions of the miles it should go when it reaches to the sun. There are likely billions of comets orbiting our sun in the Kuiper belt and even more distances Oort cloud. Total comets are, how many comets are there till today? 3,910 comets are there till today. Till today, how many comets are there? 3,910 comets are there. This is very, very important. Comets. What is a comet? A comet is a cosmic snowballs of the frozen gases, rocks and dust that orbit to the sun. Clear? So, you have to remember that one. Next, two comets happened in the universe. First comet is a Halley comet. Halley is a one great astronomer, is a scientist name. Halley was English astronomer when his period is 1656 to 1742. Halley. So Halley comet. This comet scientists saw. Halley is a name scientist name. Who's he? He is an English astronomer. Which period? 1656 to 1742. He saw the telescope and he discovered on that. So he told some comets can happen in this world. But that time no one can believe. But after some time, in which period? In 1986. In 1986, Halley was lost seen in Earth skies, was met in space by international fleet of spacecraft. By international fleet of spacecraft, this is very, very important. Because of the international fleet of spacecraft, given a pictures of 1986 comet. 1986 comet. That 86 comet we call it as by honoring his name, Halley. That comet we are calling it as a Halley comet. Halley comet. When we saw 1986 we saw. Which one? Through which one? International fleet of spacecraft. Through international fleet of spacecraft we saw. Next, after 76 years, 1986 we saw. After 76 years, again it will come. Again it will come means 2061th year. That is, if you have to add 62, it will come. But this year also you have to consider it is a 2061th year. 2061th year, you able to see in your textbooks, they are printing mistake. 2062 they are writing, but in years consideration, we won't write like that. If 86 it is happen, in 76 years completed means that is a 76th year. That 76th year you have to add it, you will get 2061th year. It will again we have to see. Again we have to see because that much 76 years takes place to around the sun. It will return 2061, it's a regular 76 years journey around the sun. Around the sun, how much time take place? Halley comet, 76 years can take place. This bit also very, very important. So, please remember Halley comet in 1986 we saw. Now, one more comet also we saw, that is a Shoemaker-Levy 9 comet. Shoemaker-Levy 9. Shoemaker-Levy 9 comet. Shoemaker-Levy 9 comet. This comet is the second comet. When we saw the comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 was discovered in March 18th, 1993. March 18th, 1993 with 0.4 m Schmidt telescope at Palomar, Mount Palomar. At the Mount Palomar with the telescope 0.4 meter Schmidt's telescope. By using this telescope, we are saw one comet. That comet is Shoemaker-Levy 9 comet. Shoemaker-Levy 9 comet. The Shoemaker-Levy 9 comet smashed into Jupiter. This is very, very important. The Shoemaker-Levy 9 comet smashed into Jupiter. It is smashed into Jupiter. It is smashed into Jupiter, hit to the Jupiter cloud top at July 16th to July 22nd in 1994. In 1993 we saw. In 1994 this Shoemaker-Levy 9 is smashed with which planet? That is a Jupiter planet. This is the first collision of two system of bodies ever to be recorded. This is the very, very important. Till now in the sky, what is the first collision? Shoemaker-Levy 9 with Jupiter, first collision. When it is happening? July 16th to July 22nd, 1994. So many times it is hitting the Jupiter, right? This one you have to remember. Now I am coming into the eclipse. Eclipse, two types of eclipse are there. One is solar eclipse, another one is the lunar eclipse. Everybody knows. What is the solar eclipse? Suppose you have to see, this is a sun. In between the sun and earth, there is a moon, it will come. There is a moon. In between the sun and earth, there is a moon, it will come. Because of this moon, this sun won't appear. This sun won't appear. Once you have to see, because of this moon is coming, covering the sun. So, covering the sun, thus shadow of the moon is falling on the earth. Such type of ellipse, we call it as a solar ellipse. Solar ellipse means which one it will come in the same line. Sun, moon, earth will come on the same line. Once you have to see, a solar eclipse occurs when the shadow of the moon falls. When the shadow of the moon falls on the earth. It occurs only on the new moon day. It occurs only on the new moon day. Very, very important. Four types of eclipse are there. One is a total eclipse. Total eclipse. Total sun is covered. We call it as a total eclipse. The second one is a partial solar eclipse. Partially our sun is covered. We call it as a partial solar eclipse. Next, third one is a annular eclipse. Annular eclipse means a small portion of the sun will appear. It occurs when the moon appears smaller than the sun as it passes centrally across the solar disk and brights the ring annulars. Annulars ring like that happen. So that's why we call it as a annular solar eclipse. Last one, the fourth one is a hybrid eclipse. This is a rare from the solar eclipse which changes from angular ring to the total solar eclipse its path. Angular to solar it can form such type of eclipse. We call it as a hybrid eclipse. Hybrid eclipse is there. Solar eclipse means the shadow of the moon falls on the earth. The shadow of the moon falls on the earth. Such type of effect we call it as a new moon day effect or solar eclipse. Clear? This is very, very important. Next I am coming into a lunar eclipse. So same path you have to see. Sun is there here only, but instead of earth place, moon is coming. Now the earth is coming into the center. Now the shadow of earth, their shadow of moon is there. In lunar means the shadow of the earth falls on the moon. The shadow of the earth falls on the moon. We call it as a lunar effect, lunar eclipse. In lunar eclipse, the moon's shadow falls on the moon. So it occurs only on full moon day. Full moon day that will occur on which one it is a new moon day. It is a full moon day it can occur. It is also three types: total lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse, penumbral lunar eclipse. Penumbral lunar eclipse. So total new lunar eclipse you have to see like this. The shadow of the sun will happen like this. Total lunar eclipse. Partial lunar eclipse. This is a partial lunar eclipse. This is a penumbral lunar eclipse. Penumbral lunar eclipse like this. It happens when the moon travels through the partially shaded outer regions of the shadow cast by the earth. Earth's penumbra. We call it as these three types of eclipse are there. One is the shadow of the moon falls on the earth. One is the shadow of the earth falls on the earth. That is a new moon day. This is a full moon day. So please remember how we have to calculate. How there is a units are there in astronomical unit. What is the astronomical unit? The mean distance between the center of the earth and the center of the sun. The mean distance between the center of the earth, the center of the sun, we call it as a astronomical unit. One astronomical unit is equal to 1.496 into 10 to the power of 11 meters. This is very, very important. One astronomical unit is equal to 1.496 into 10 to the power of 11 meters. Already I told light year that it is a distance. The distance traveled by the light in 1 year, that we call it as a light year. 1 light year is equal to 9.46 into 10 to the power of 15 meters or 6.33 into 10 to the power of 4 astronomical units. This is the parsec is a biggest unit than all other distance units. This is very, very important. Parsec. We also call it as a parallastic second. Parallastic second. This question came in the last UPSC examination. In UPSC examination, they are asking this question, parallactic second. Parallactic second is belongs to which unit? Distance unit or time unit or energy unit, like that they are asking. Parallactic second is a distance unit. It is the biggest distance unit among all the units. It is defined as the distance at which one astronomical substance an angle of the 1 arc second. 1 arc second is equal to 3.26 light years. Once again you have to see what are the astronomical units. One is astronomical unit, that is the mean distance between the center of the earth to the center of the sun. What is that? One astronomical unit is equal to 1.496 into 10 to the power of 11 meters. One light year means it is the distance traveled by the light in a 1 year. 1 light year is equal to 9.46 into 10 to the power of 15 meters or 6.33 into 10 to the power of 4 astronomical units. Third unit is a parsec. Parsec is the bigger than all the distance unit. It is also called it as a parallactic second. It is defined as the distance at which one astronomical unit subtends an angle of 1 arc second. One astronomical unit subtends angle of 1 arc second. 1 parsec is equal to 3.26 light years. This one also very, very important. So many times your competitive people are asking this question. 1 parsec is equal to how many light years? 3.26 light years. Clear? Now we have to see the questions. How questions will come? We are learning about the universe. In the universe, the stars, constellations and zodiac, comets, meteorites, asteroids, all the things we are learning. Whatever the things are there, all the updated data I gave to you. Now we have to see the questions. The brightest planet among all the planets. The brightest planet, already I told, the brightest planet among all the planets is Venus. Venus is a brightest planet because of so many gases and so many layers are there. So that's why. So that heat is, so much of heat is generated in that planet. The planet which is near to the earth, the planet which is near and smallest planet, that is a Mercury is the planet which is near to the earth. Now you have to see, when the moon completely covers the sun, when the moon moon completely covers. Already I told, maybe this is the sun, right? Now moon is there, this is the earth, right? Once you have to see, the moon completely covers the earth. All or three, it will come, this is a moon, it will come n, when it will come, total solar eclipse. So total solar eclipse, in total solar eclipse you have to see total solar eclipse, when the moon completely covers the sun as seen from the earth, is known as a total solar eclipse. This is very, very important, so you have to remember. When moon, the shadow of the moon is on the earth, we call it as a solar eclipse. When the shadow of the earth falls on the moon, we call it as a lunar eclipse. Clear? Which one is called enter earth atmosphere from a outer space with fireballs? With fireballs, which one will come from the outer space? So that is a meteors. Meteors. This is very, very important. With fireballs, meteors only it will come. So which one is called enter earth atmosphere from the outer space with fireballs? That is a meteors. How many moons are there for the Jupiter? For Jupiter, 95 moons are there. How many moons are there? 95 moons are there for a Jupiter, right? So now today I informed in this video I informed entire the solar system, right? Not only solar system. In the next video we are discussing about our planet Earth. In the planet Earth, how many changes are there, how the planet is transformed when the planet formed, how it is transformed, how it will be acted as a living creatures, habituate and we have to discuss in the next video. So please take this course. It is very, very useful to you. Just you have to take within below 100, 99 rupees only. This course is available on our app. You take this course, you listen my class. Just once you listen, any free time you have to listen. It will be useful your lifelong. It will be useful because I will teach this like that only. Okay. Thank you so much. You choose me as a GS physics teacher. That's why I am very grateful to you. Thank you. Bye bye.